Friday edition of Morning Scone. Presented by Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Yes, a few minutes late this morning. Drew does not have school. It's like slip day. I'm kind of a new school parent, so I don't know exactly what slip is, but I think it's something like your progress, whatever, where parents meet with the teachers and the admins or whatever on the progress of their students. Anyway, so it's slip day. So no school for Drew. So I got up and started his backpack feed this morning and went back and laid back down for another 30 minutes or so. So all right. Football Friday, LSU and the Chippewas tomorrow. Saints travel to Carolina. Saints getting a little healthier. Tigers getting a little healthier. Looks like, according to Ed Ogeron, LSU will in fact have some of their offensive line back. They will have Austin Deculus back. They will have Cam Wire back. And that's great news, man. And also Glenn Logan could be back. Glenn Logan could be back in a few weeks. So that's great news as well. Broken foot, usually about a 4 to 6 week deal. So it puts it right about there. So anyway, so good news there. LSU getting a little healthier. All right. It's kind of the newsy stuff there from Ogeron today, last night when he met with the media. So let's say some good mornings, see what y'all got. Brian Wynn, David Wallace, Bill Schmid, good morning. Brooke Bordeaux, good morning. Adrian Jean, love the shirt. This was, let him play next. This was a buddy of mine named Archie Shea, radio guy in Alabama. He actually used to do a show with Cole Kublik. Archie's station, I think, flip formats. Radio's brutal, y'all, it really is. And so he was out of a job, and so he started a t-shirt website where he makes funny shirts like this for schools all over the league, yeah. So Mark Vatanovich, good morning. ULL whooped Ohio last night. Good deal. I watched more so last night. I was helping family members buy game coin and and watching the NFL game. So I did not get to see the college game last night. That's cool, man. I cheer for the in-state schools. I want them to do well. Jeff McKithen, good morning. Let's see, Mark, Oregon has a minimum of 5 years guarantee. Ogeron, sorry. Does anybody's brain still process Oregon when they see Ogeron and vice versa? Let's see. Ogeron has minimum 5 years guaranteed as coach after winning his title. Hey, Mark, you want to bet? Do you want to bet me anything right now that Ed Ogeron will not be LSU's coach for another 5 years? Do you want to bet me anything? You can count last year as 1, this year's 2, 3 more years. Bet me anything you want that he will not be the coach for another 3 years after this. Bet me anything. You name it. You name it. The better bet is that he won't be the coach next year. Brandon English, good morning, Matt. Got power back last night. Now waiting on the AC guy to tell me why my AC isn't cooling off my hell. Got to take my daughter to watch LSU women's soccer tonight. Very cool, man. Well, that's cool. Very, very cool that y'all are going to get to do that. Brandon, I'm trying to see if 1 hour air services New Orleans. I feel like I should know that, but I'm not sure how far they go. Let's see. Is Max Johnson the right guy to lead the program in the next few years? Good question. I think jury's very much out on that, but I think our expectations were probably a little too high considering he only started 2 games a year ago. And the offensive line ain't great. I mean, just when you look at a pure ability, I mean, look, TJ Finley had a better arm. I think Nussmeier's a better athlete. Yet to see what Walker Howard's going to do when he comes in, but yeah, man. I mean, I think Max is the front runner there. Are you coming to Eric Clapton tomorrow night in New Orleans? I am not. I'd love to, but Saturdays are work days for me, man. From sun up to well past sundown. So, I'll wake up. We got Eagle 98.1 game day tomorrow and whiskey and wine after the game. So, full work day. Let's see, Brooke thought the NFL game last night was going to be trash, but I'm so glad I stayed up. Paying for it this morning, though. Me too. Yeah. So we have to give Drew medicine at 1:30 in the morning. We push it through his feeding tube. So we have to set an alarm. We alternate, and one of us sets an alarm and gets up at 1:30 every morning to give him meds. So last night, I was up watching the game, and I was doing work and stuff. I was like, hey, babe, I'll just stay up. So I just stayed up till 1:30. Gave him his medicine, then went to bed. So I went to bed at like 1:30. So that's why I was a little later this morning. Tim Witten, good morning. Should be getting power back to y'all. Let's hope so, Tim. God bless, man. It's a reminder when I see stuff like that there's still so many people without power that are still hurting from Ida. And man, God bless y'all, man. Let's go over to YouTube. Smash that like button, YouTube. Smash that like button. Facebook, like the page, share the post. Scott Field, Spurge. Good morning. Love the shirt. Patrick Ramos, who's the radio guy. Who is the radio guy who broadcasts from Syrops on Highland? I see him there all the time. Syrops on Highland. I have no idea. You talking about the Syrops, the Express Syrops on Highland by the interstate? I have no idea. Alex Day, morning, Matt. Heard Central Michigan is flying the day of the game. That's got to suck. That does suck. I didn't hear that, Alex, but that also goes to show you when you're a program on a budget, sometimes what you have to do, right? Like, they're not paying for hotels. So flying the day of the game and probably have a hotel somewhere or a high school that'll let you use their space. And then you go to the stadium to dress, etc. And look, the visiting locker room at Tiger Stadium is not palatial. It's actually a dump. It's a big concrete room. So that's really tough. Tim Gotrode, Joey Painich, what's up, Joe Pa? Smash the like button. Like West Monroe's going to smash the Bears tonight. You know what, Joe Pa? I have a West Monroe complex. You got to understand that as a younger person, like the only thing in the world I ever wanted to see was Catholic win state. Certainly I wanted to play on a team that went to the Dome and won state. And man, of course, 96, Catholic's best team ever. Major Applewhite, Travis Minor, Aaron Boone, Greg Brown, Clay Bostic, Kendrick Shanklin. I mean, I think that team had Corbin Merrick, center played at LSU, Randy Richard, left tackle, became all-conference at Louisiana Tech. Julius Besix was a linebacker, went to Grambling. I mean, they were filthy. Just filthy. And lost 21-14 at West Monroe in the semis. Nobody could tackle Tommy Banks. And then my junior year, we made it to the semis. That was in the state semifinals. My junior year made it to the state semifinals and played West Monroe at Memorial. And that was the best high school football team I've ever seen, was 1998 West Monroe. And they kicked the ever-living hell out of us. A few years later, maybe 05, I want to say. It was 05. Catholic was in the semis again, had to go to West Monroe, lost. when I was calling games, there was a second or third round playoff game. No, it was a semifinal game again. It was a semifinal game again in maybe it was quarters or semis in West Monroe in the snow. In West Monroe, kicked the crap out of us. So I have a complex with West Monroe, and Joe Pop. I think Catholic's going to beat the ever-living hell out of West Monroe tonight, and I can't wait to see it. I'm going to revel in I'm so glad you reminded me of that, because I'm going to make it a point to fire up the Bruin Broadcast Network, sponsored by Hudco Roofing, by the way. And I'm going to watch every minute of that game, because I'm going to exercise some demons tonight and watch Catholic beat the ever-living hell out of West Monroe. Oh, that just made my day. Eric Wilderrotter, morning, Matt. Football Friday, so naturally I'd like you to elaborate on this Nirvana is overrated take. Well, Eric Wilderrotter, I don't need to do that here, because if you saw Jacques' tweet, you could have just clicked the video where he and I have a conversation, and my uncut opinions of the matter are in there. So that's what I would direct you to do. Instead of just reading a one-word flaming headline just to try to get a lot of attention. But I get it. It's the internet. It's what people do. And then they make far-reaching assumptions based on one word, or a one-word headline. Go do that, Eric. But that. Wilder Otter. Shocked, you say. Jesse Brown, morning, Matt. Worried about all the injuries for the Saints this week. Haven't been on lately. Do you think we'll get the W Sunday? Jesse, I'm going to have to make a pick today, and everybody who's kind of been following the show has probably heard me hem and haw a little on this one. I picked the Saints to beat the Packers, and I am not supremely confident this week. But I'll decide today, and I'll make my pick on AFR. Taylor Castagnier, can you drop the link to the GameCoin video? Yes, I can, Taylor. It's a good time to buy as well, because somebody took a withdrawal of like $200,000 last night. And so it caused the price to dip by about 10 to 12%. So if you buy now, it's gone up a little, but people are buying it back up, but it's actually a good time to buy it because you're getting at a bit of a discount right now. Okay. Let's see. Chris McDonald, radio guy, came on the radio in Monroe yesterday, said they're flying down day of because their hotel rooms were canceled for hurricane relief. Got it. Okay, that makes way more sense. I was about to say, man, wow. And I know there were budgetary issues all over the country because of COVID last year. But that's sort of next level. LSU Terrell Wild, good morning, my friend. Keep up the super job. Thank you, LSU Terrell Wild. Appreciate that. Tony Williams, good morning. Jared Clark, Honeycutt is GameCoin GameStop. It is not GameStop. No. This is different. Here, I'll post the link here as well. This is not GameStop. Not GameStop. Go to thegamecoin.net. It is not GameStop. Hey, Dad, good morning. Tony, I know it's the Saints rivalry, but I think the Saints got this. It's less about that. It's more Lattimore may be out, Davenport's out, and really the Eric McCoy news is what bothers me. This might be silly, but it's the old Mike D and Buddy D gambling angle where a team that loses its starting center fails to cover 80% of the time. Now, that next week. Now, the Giants lost their starting center, and they won the game. Well, they actually lost the game last night, but the Redskins, Washington football team didn't cover. So it didn't hold up last night, but that was interesting because, Washington missed the kick, and there was a penalty, and they let him re-kick, and the kid made it. Almost missed it. Guy. I think it was Gano. It was Graham Gano. Anyway. But that's another thing that just always, I've seen that happen so many times, just always stays in the back of my mind. Then natural come down after last week. If there's no Lattimore, you got 3 really good receivers from Carolina. They got Christian McCaffrey back. Road division game. Now, yeah, Patrick Ramos, Express Drops, but like, yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I don't know who that is doing a radio show there. No idea. Truax, what's up? Tim Gotro. Painted shows up, Morning Scone chat to talk smack. Bring it on, Joe Pa. Wrap in batches. Gulf South, morning, Matt. 2 questions. What's your HUDCO email? Matt@HUDCOroofing.com. Matt@HUDCOroofing.com. I bought some Gamecoin yesterday and have it in my trust wallet. Now, how do I watch its value change? Great question. You have to go to the PooCoin app. I know that sounds ridiculous, but you have to type in POOCOIN and you'll see PooCoin.app, and then you will connect your trust. You'll search GME, and then you'll connect your trust wallet to the PooCoin app. So you'll hit the gray connect button, then you'll hit wallet connect, then you'll hit trust. And if you didn't write that down, no worries. It's here on this video, so you can just scroll back and see it. So PooCoin, search GME, just type in GME. It'll be the first one up, tap it. You'll see the price come up, and then go to connect, wallet connect, choose your trust wallet. It'll take you to your trust wallet, hit connect, which will allow it to connect, and then go back to PooCoin, and you'll see your balance there. Hope that made sense. Alex Day, good morning. Oh, Drew's up. Hang on, let me go get it. Let me go get that boy. Oh. Dad show. Come on, let's go say hi to Dad show. Go say hi. Let's say hi, Dad show. Come on. Who do you see? Who do you see there? Huh? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who do you see? Who do you see? Someone is very much not awake. Hey, Drew. Hey, after Dad's show, we'll get dressed and we'll go for a ride in Daddy's car. 2? Alexander's. And then the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana, and to the bank, Daddy's Bank, which is Hancock Whitney, by the way. Shout out, great AFR sponsor. Legitimately been my bank for a long time, well, my whole life. And then we'll come to Drew's house, and who's gonna come see you? Who's gonna come see you? JJ's gonna come see you. And you go for a ride in JJ's car to Mimi's house. And then JJ and Mimi and Drew will go for a ride to Drew's house. And then Mommy will come home. How's that day sound? And then Daddy will come home. string on your foot. What's that all about? I got it. Got it. Daddy got it. Okay. Let's see. You want to read some comments? Look at everybody saying good morning, Drew. Clark Tiger Davis, Megan Hurst, Tony Williams, Bob Poole. They're all saying good morning, Drew. Can you say hi, Dad Show? Say hi, Dad Show. Say hi, Dad Show.
Hi, Dad Show.
Oh, that was sweet. Okay, you gonna play with your toys now? You gonna go find Crawl Bear? Probably. Here you go. He's got this toy. It's a little bear. It's like the VTech bear or whatever. And it crawls and you push the button on its back. It's like, I'm a wiggly little bear. I love to crawl. And it like crawls across the floor. And he's had this since he was born. I mean, I think it was like, maybe he got that for his first birthday. Anyway. Plays with it all the time. But it lights up too. So he goes into the closet in his bedroom with the light off and he pushes it against the wall and lets it crawl against the wall because he doesn't want it to go away to where he has to go get it. And one of them, like, he's used it so much that it's worn, like the bear's knees and hands like have worn out and they're kind of like, you can start to see some of like the hardware in it. Anyway, so we had a second one. Well, the other day he's in there and I could hear it, like he would push it and would start the song and then it would stop. It means the battery's dying. So he got up, walked into the playroom, got his other Crawl Bear, walked back into his closet, took the broken Crawl Bear, just threw it away. And this one, he's determined. He knows what he's doing sometimes. Let's see. Pat Huseman, good morning. Let's see. Gulf South, Rapping Batch is going to have fun going to my son's high school football games. Then more fun than any Tiger Stadium experience the past 10 years. Heck, going to PMAC for basketball is way more fun. It depends. PMAC can be a little sterile. Not this year, though. Let's see. I called 1 Hour Air. You advertised for last year. Macy went out. So it's a franchise. Someone else owns the NOLA market, so they couldn't help me. Well, thank you for the heads up. That would explain why I don't really advertise them in New Orleans. So that's a bummer. But Jim Wilson and the gang from River City's 1 Hour Air and BR, they're awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see, Tiger Stadium now is an overpriced, overhyped experience. They squeeze everyone in there like a sardine can. Now everybody's drunk, much more than usual. Not worth it unless it's a big game. I have said many times, Rapping Batches, and I do believe that this will happen in time, that what they should do is actually retract or contract capacity. The unfortunate part for LSU is they made plans to continue expanding Tiger Stadium amid the expansion boom of stadiums to 100,000 people. And during that expansion is when streaming services and digital media and flat screen TVs all became super popular and easy to get, and the at-home experience increased tremendously. And going to the game and sitting in the West Upper in row 84, paying a park and all, like, it's just not desirable. So it's kind of like if you bought a whole herd of horses to pull your horse-drawn carriages the day the Model T was invented. Sorry, bad timing. But I think they should contract the stadium. I think they should chair back the entire thing. So everywhere there's bleachers, pull out the bleachers, chair back the entire thing to make it comfortable, more like an NFL stadium. So you would reduce capacity, but you would make it more comfortable for everyone. And I get it. It's a stadium that was built in the 1920s. It's not like it's super easy to alter the infrastructure, but I would do that, and I would take down one of the upper decks, likely the east upper. I would take down the east upper, and I would just make a platform. Above the bowl, I would make a platform and make that a giant party deck. Put a restaurant, a bar up there, standing room only. Just make it TVs, just a big party deck where you can watch the game, you can party, socialize, also have an experience up there. Charge a premium, like a nightclub. That's what I would do. But I've been told that the price to take down, like the East Upper, to contract that would be very, very high. Let's see. Kyle Milliken. Morning, Matt. Your rant on the players doing Get the Gat in the Oval Office came up on my homepage this morning. I had to watch it again for the 100th time. So good. You know what's funny about that, Kyle? There are people, if you go read the comments, who just read the headline because it's like Matt Moscona loses his mind over Oval Office Get the Gat or whatever. And they're like, get a life. They're just having fun. What's wrong with you? I'm like, no. You clearly didn't watch the video. Like, I was rejoicing over Get the Gat. Because I think it's posted twice. One is like Matt Moscona rejoices over Get the Gat. Another is like Matt Moscona loses his mind over Get the Gat. Because I think it's on ESPN, YouTube, and on my personal YouTube. Tim Gautreau, good morning. Taylor Castanier. Let's see, I'm with you on if LSU loses the next 2 weeks, Edo is gone. My prediction after UCLA game was he wouldn't be allowed to be the head coach for Alabama. I think there's a very real possibility that could happen, Taylor. Depending on how this next month goes. I mean, if let's say you win tomorrow, maybe you lose at State, lose to Auburn, lose to Kentucky. I mean, if you had a five game losing streak going into your bye, then I agree. He'd be gone. He wouldn't coach Alabama. Tim Gautreau, wrap in batches. Brady Smith, morning, Matt. It was very clear during yesterday's show neither you nor Musso have ever smoked pot. I was laughing so. We have somehow convinced people that Musso has a pot. It's true, though. I've never smoked pot. I've never smoked weed in my life. I think we talked about this yesterday. Trivia Carter, what's up? Got it super late. Good morning. All good trivia. Appreciate you being here as always, man. Let's see. Is PooCoin its own app, or do I find it in the DApp section of the Trust Wallet like Pancake Swap? So, Golstuff, I'm going to assume that you have an Android. So Android, I have iPhone, so it behaves a little differently. You might be able to find PooCoin in the DApp section if you have an Android. It's not in the iPhone. Like, I have to go to Safari on my iPhone, search PooCoin, and that's how I search it. Then once PooCoin's up, you can search GME. It's the first one that pops up. It'll pull up the price and the chart and everything like that. Then you connect your Trust Wallet. So you go connect, wallet connect, connect and trust. Or then choose trust, actually. Casey Smith, where can I find info about GME? Can't seem to find a lot about it because it's brand new. It's less than 90 days old. Their website is thegamecoin.net, thegamecoin.net. You could search their white paper. You could read their white paper of what the whole idea behind the project is. So, but man, they have some really exciting news and relationships and investors and partners coming on board with it. It's I've been fortunate enough to, like I've mentioned to you all, like I met the developers of it. We had lunch on Monday. And we all just kind of stay in touch, texting throughout the week, and it's very exciting. Jonathan Martin, good morning. Casey Smith, Eric Wilderrotter, agree on contraction. Pretty sure Superdome just did that with the current renovation. They did, Eric. They did. They took out, like, the capacity came down. They added more premium seating. But they did also add the seats, the field level suites as well, which is really cool. I want to do that. Like, I want to do one of those field level suites. Probably not the best view of the game, but I don't care. As far as an experience, bring it on. Janet, good morning. Is there any talk of Scott Napier for LSU coach? You guys talked about Billy Napier from ULL. And, I mean, people mention his name, but I don't think that's the route that they're going to go, Janet, honestly. I think, we know that Scott Woodward is going to swing for the fences and for a really big name, and he'll take his time. It's really hard for me to imagine LSU hiring the coach from ULL. Let's see. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Brian and Andy Pitton. Good morning, Matt and Drew from Rock Spring, Wyoming. When I went to buy B&B, it would let me say it wasn't available in my area. So you were probably trying to buy it in your Trust Wallet. You can't buy Binance Coin in your Trust Wallet. You have to go to crypto.com to buy Binance Coin. So go to crypto.com. You can buy Binance Coin there. Then you transfer Binance Coin from crypto.com to your Trust Wallet. Then once your Binance Coin is in your Trust Wallet, then you convert it to Binance Smart Chain. You go through the whole process of the steps that are in that video. Shelby, company's doing free burgers, chips, cases of water, and other supplies at the LaRose Cutoff Middle School in Eddio's hometown of LaRose. Everything will be ready Sunday at noon. Hey, Shelby, if you post that, no, I told you last week to shoot me a message and let me know when y'all did that. Great work, by the way. But if you put something like that on Facebook or whatever, just if you tag me, I'll share you on Facebook and all that stuff. Stephen Fry, if Coach O ends up getting canned in the middle of the season, who takes over as head coach? Good question. We've had that one before. I think because neither of your coordinators would seem to make sense, I would think, Corey Raymond is sort of the longest tenured coach there, that he would be that guy, and certainly they would play hard for him. I really don't know who else. Yeah. Shelby, I won't be there. Tested positive for COVID 2 days ago. Sorry to hear that, Shelby. Hope you're feeling all right, man. Stay hydrated, bro. Liquid IV. Go get you a bunch of them. Or Matt Flynn's product, My High. Use those. Jeffrey Sanford, Coach Okan in the middle of the season. LOL. Jeffrey, I'll say it again, man. Some of y'all think I come on here and just make stuff up, bro. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I would already put it at a far better than 50-50 shot that he's not the coach next year. And if things start going south, more south, during the season, and with what I know is still to come with Title IX, all it takes is one leaked story to the USA Today folks. And boom. Laugh all you want, Jeffrey. Just come on back. Craig Dugas, morning, ball. Why wear purple jerseys with gold pants and helmets? They do white pants and helmets with purple jerseys. Because white is not one of LSU's colors. Then why they wear white jerseys? Because you have to have a white jersey. You have to have a home and away jersey. I think the gold, purple, gold is one of the ugliest uniforms in football. I know that's not going to be a super popular take, but it is so gaudy. Purple, I think, is a beautiful accent color. As a primary color, purple is gaudy. That's why I love LSU's gold, white, gold with purple accents on the sleeves, on the numbers, the stripes on the pants, the helmet. Like, those are beautiful. It's LSU's home whites. That combo is gorgeous, iconic. The purple is disgusting. I hate looking at it. It makes me feel like when I see that uniform, I feel like I'm watching crappy football. Maybe it's just the association of watching LSU wear those in the 90s. You know, the Curly Hallman days and just sucking. Maybe that's it. Craig Dugas. Roy, what's up, Roy? Good morning. I got to meet Roy Esai last Friday, 1 week ago today. Walking around Alexander's, stopped me and said hello. How about that? In town from New York. New York. Didn't you tell me New York, Roy? In town from New York? Great to meet you last week, man. Thanks for popping on here as always. Shelby, feel fine. Wouldn't have even known I had it if it didn't get tested. Good. Good. I'm glad you're feeling good, man. Kirk Taylor. Let's see. I've been saying by week 6, Ed will be fired. Just the way the schedule falls, we're going to get smacked come SEC play. Or maybe they win tomorrow, beat State. Maybe Auburn gets exposed tomorrow by Penn State as a fraud, and you beat Auburn, and you go to Kentucky with something to play for. Maybe have a nice little streak you put together. Come home and trust Emory Jones to beat you. I don't think you're winning at Ole Miss, by the way. But anyway. Let's see. Barney suits tomorrow. Oh, purple pants. Craig Duga, I like the all white with the real gold helmets. Purple and gold accents to the pants and jersey. You mean like white? Like what they wore against Ole Miss in 2015? That was heinous. No. All white. Get out of here. Why even have school colors? Craig Duga, I saw it's happening. Saw the equipment Twitter account posted. You're just talking about the purple jersey. The purple jerseys are happening tomorrow. So the way LSU does their uniforms is they wear white at home for all the SEC games, and then the major non-conference games, like when they play Virginia Tech here, or like when if they play like a Power 5 home non-conference game, and for the home season opener. Every other non-conference home game, they'll wear purple. So Central Michigan, and ULM. That'll be it. So thankfully, we don't see that twice this year. Let's see. I think Central Michigan will beat us by getting out coached, not trying to sound negative. Well, Tony, I mean, that is a little negative. And LSU, I don't think is going to lose to Central Michigan. I think they'll win. I think they'll win handily. They're a 3-touchdown favorite, and you just have a physical disparity here. I don't know that LSU covers the 3 touchdowns, but I do think LSU will win. Gold jerseys from 2016 are fire. Oh, that old gold that they wore with Fournette. Yeah. Let's see, you tripping the all white with real gold helmets or fire. When have they worn all white with gold helmets? I want gold jerseys, purple pants, Scone's head will explode. They would. I would just be incensed if I ever saw that. Tulane back to the SEC. We'll trade Vandy. Nah, man. Well, my doormat, bro. I don't need another SEC school in Louisiana. Richie Bird, Central Michigan, forced to fly in the day of the game. That's just not right. Saw that. It's happened before. Tennessee did it. That Monday Night Football game in 2005, post-Katrina. Tennessee flew in the day of the game. Flew in the day of the game because there were no hotel rooms because of relief workers and people who had evacuated New Orleans. Tennessee flew in the day of the game, played, flew home. Beat LSU, flew home. Craig, it was Les Miles' year. Don't remember the game. Oh, you're talking about the 2009 Arkansas game. That was the Chad Jones giant hit at the goal line game, where they went old gold, white. Yeah, that was the alternate uniform that they wore for the 09 Arkansas game. 09, not 07, Kirk. 09 Arkansas game was the year they did it. 07 was the year they lost to Arkansas in triple overtime. Darren McFadden and Felix Jones and all those guys. Hi, Drew. Come see. I want to tell you something. Hey, come see. After Dad show, we will get dressed. And then Alexander. And then go to Alexander's. Aesthetic medicine. The bank. Drew's house. Very good. Yay! Hey, tomorrow's Saturday, and who plays football on Saturday? Who plays football on Saturday? LSU Tigers. And what do we say? We say, go Tigers. And then on Sunday, the Saints play. And what do we say when the Saints are playing?
No, it's on Monday.
Hey, wait, no. What do we say when the Saints are playing?
Who that?
Who dat? Very good.
Yeah.
And after Sunday is Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. And on Monday, you go to the... Go to the new St. Lillian. Love you.
It was see.
And we will see Miss April, Miss Claudette,
No,
Skylar,
bedtime.
Miss Diane, and other people too, but those are the only ones we name. And then Mimi come see you. Okay. Love you. Okay. You can stay with Daddy. Okay, let's just slide down. All right, y'all. Do me a favor there on YouTube. Smash the like button. If you're on Facebook, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post, like the show post. 07, they wore purple jerseys, white pants, white helmets, I think. Not 07. No, sir. Didn't happen. 07, they wore purple jerseys at home against Louisiana Tech. Well, they're non-conference games. The only Shelby, the 07 game you're thinking of was the game against Tulane in the Superdome. And it was like a Katrina relief deal. And remember, they had the purple jerseys that had like the Pelican logo on the shoulder pads. That's what you're thinking of for 07. It was not in Tiger Stadium. That was the game against Tulane in the Superdome. Let's see. Need to get Drew to do the team names for around the SEC 420 every day with Stoner Musa. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Oh, man. Rap in batches. Do you think Coach O's given us the 2019 season gives him the right to finish the season regardless of the outcome? No. Janet, I'm against Freeze and Kiffin. You know, Janet, I think from a football coaching perspective, I think either of those would be my top choices, Freeze or Kiffin. But I think especially with the Title IX situation, it's hard to justify hiring either of those. But maybe. Trivia, you can't buy it in your area, but Florida does a lot. So you can buy, yeah, I mean, there's some states that are just more progressive. So you can buy BNB in your trust wallet if you live in Florida. You cannot do it in Louisiana. LA is one of 7 states where you can't currently buy Binance Coin on the Trust app. Previously did MoonPay. That was last year. Gulf South, I have never done MoonPay. I saw it on there as an option, but I've never used MoonPay, so I couldn't even give any recommendation on that. Charlie Broussard, what games would be considered acceptable losses this year for LSU? I've got Florida, Bama, Ole Miss. That's 7-5. Oh, A&M and Ole Miss. Yeah, Charlie, 7-5. I'm fairly confident in saying that. Not fairly. I am confident in saying that if they lose 4 more games, if they go 7-5 overall, 4-4 in the SEC, that Ed Ogeron will be fired. And I think what they'll do is they'll hit him for cause and just negotiate a smaller buyout. Let's see, Matt, you need to watch The Bourbon King on Netflix. It's a short documentary about the guy that worked at Buffalo Trace, stole a bunch of bourbon. It was really interesting. I watched it the other day. I'd love to, but I don't have Netflix, Kyle. Am I the only person alive that doesn't have Netflix? No law should be acceptable. Understood, but it's also not realistic to think you're going to go undefeated every year. Let's see. Eric Wilder-Rotters, Charlie and I agree. Well, they don't go undefeated. Yes, okay, sorry. Credit where it's due. Tulane helmets for the Ole Miss game are incredible. I don't know what helmets they're wearing. Uh, I meant team mentality, not the front office. Let's see. I don't know what y'all talking about. Sorry. Taylor, when you're LSU, there aren't any acceptable. Eric Wilderotter, 2009 Arkansas felt like St. Aug was playing them. God, I hated those. Oh, yeah. That color gold does look like St. Aug. Charlie Broussard. That's my point. They don't go undefeated. Okay. All right. Y'all are just going back and forth. I think y'all worked it out among yourself. Like button is smashed. Or, oh, God. Charlie. Morning Scone is a family show, Charlie. Okay? Morning Scone's a family show. Save that for Whiskey and Wine or Nightcap, please. Sanjay Gore, what would be an acceptable record every year for LSU? I don't know that I'd say every year, because I think you are going to have variance, right? But I think you should win at least 3 of your non-conference games every year, with one of your games being a Power 5. That could be a bit of a coin flip. So you should win 3, and I think you should be 6-2 in conference. So I think 9 wins every year should be your minimum. In a rare one-off, maybe 8. But when you get into like 8 and 7 regular, you don't get paid $8 million a year to get free reign. True. Paul Tylock, how do you feel about Billy Napier? I think he's a good coach. I just think that they will hire a proven Power 5 coach. Craig, Bourbon King was meh. Not much interesting bourbon stuff, mainly about steroids and men trying to relive his glory years. Heard a bunch of Saints personnel have COVID. Who are they? Sean kind of went through it. He didn't give the names, but it's like it's a receivers coach. You got to remember, there's not just position coaches, but there's like assistant position coaches as well. In the NFL, you're not limited to who can coach. But that's another part of why this year I'm like, Steve Colson. What's up, Steve Colson? 5-6-1. Central Michigan's going to play. Steve Colson's predicting the tie. Oh, my guy. My guy's in there predicting the tie. Steve Colson, drink some Salivate, y'all. Salivate your life. With Salivate. Check him out. Steve Colson. I love when people predict the tie. 5-6-1. Tigers are going 5-6-1. Oh, God. Yep, Mike Triplett told us yesterday they got Jermon Bushwright coaching tight ends. Let's see. Matt's looking at it back and forth like WTF. I was, yes. 93 with the bowl win. If you're consistently losing 4 games every regular season, you end up like Les Miles. That's true. That's true. All right, y'all. I think we're done. I need to go shower and get dressed, and then take Drew all around town, and then hand him off to my sister-in-law. So, y'all have an awesome Friday. And shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, especially Dr. Rodriguez, who did my mom's hip replacement surgery on Tuesday. Told y'all, if it's good enough for Mama Scone, Brock's good enough for you. And of course, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing. All right, y'all. All right, we're done. See ya.